go to another example, which will help a lot of people who do the 2D epigraphy on any cylinder column. So basically, in the site, if I have like in Karnak Temple or Luxor, if I wanted to make a 2D drawing for a column or something, I have to put like a paper and start to draw through it, and after that flatten the paper. But what about if I told you I can do it virtually? I can do it without do that in the site using the same technique, photogrammetry. So this is an example combined between hidden inscription and unrolling cylinder shape, any cylinder shape. So this is based in Alexandria as well. In a specific time of light, I can see some inscription on this space. But here in the image, I don't see anything because it's shadow. So I start to make a photogrammetry for this space. And after I strip the texture itself, I start to see 7 Latin lines on this 3D model. So I used a specific software. In this case, I used Meshlab to using a tool called Unrolling Cylinder Shape. So, and after that, I unrolled my model. And now I have from cylinder shape, I have a flattened shape. And after I got the flattened shape, I start. So I use after I use the photogrammetry and make the base flatten, I start to strip the texture and apply some filter inside Meshlab to see if there are a possibility to enhancement the inscription and see it more. And actually, I start to see clearly the 7 Latin lines. And this is the final result. So in your left, you will find the unrolling shape without add anything, without add any effect or filters, just with texture pen. I don't see anything on the model. And this is exactly how I see in the real side. In the middle image, I just move the light inside Meshlab and I start to see the inscription. But after I strip the granite, because the texture of granite is density texture, I couldn't see the details through it. But after I strip the texture, I start and apply some filters, I start to see the 7 Latin lines. So this technique is combined between photogrammetry and unrolling inside Meshlab software and apply the filter. But what about if I used the third technique which I mentioned before about using the virtual reflection transformation imaging, combining between photogrammetry, unrolling, and RTI virtually. This is the final result. So this is how the base actually looks like. You can see I'm start to seeing the Latin lines, and this is how it looks like. When I move the light interactive, I start to clearly see the inscription. You can see now I start to see the inscription. But what about if I add the same filter I told you about before, specular enhancement? So once I apply the filter specular enhancement, strip the texture color, add some specularity on the model, some highlight here, and start to move, add more hard light, and start to move the lighting. I start to see more details, more information, even the details, small micro details on my models, I can see it. This kind of information, I literally cannot do that in the real site. I need a lot of hard work, a lot of equipment, but all what I do is just a couple of minutes. I do that in my home. I'm sitting in front of my computer under the air condition and just work, which really incredible amount of details combining between 3 different of techniques. Again, photogrammetry, unrolling, and virtual reflection transformation imaging, which reveals the hidden inscription. See something I couldn't see it by my eye itself. So this is basically my presentation. I hope you like it. It's really interesting, I hope, to many people. This is our Sketchfab website. The first one is Brooklyn Egyptian Collection. under the supervision of Dr. Steve Vinson, and the second one is my Sketchfab. If you would like to see the Ramesses II virtual anastomosis, if you have any comment or question, you can just email me. So thank you very much.